Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech Heavy Metal, where we are going to take on some tougher ones today. So, 3.5 skull assassination mission means we're going to be seeing a pretty large mech at the back end of this. Unfortunately, mech salvage 315 means that we're going to have to pay an awful lot to be able to reliably take home very much of it. I think I might just keep us at the middle. I know there's stuff we want to buy, but that second point of priority salvage is probably going to be pretty valuable. Yeah, let's go ahead and take it like this. So a 3.5 skull mission in a polar climb. I'm fairly confident we can do this. We are going to use the top team, though. We're going to make sure that we're trying our hardest. And I don't think there's any problem with just rolling in here like this. This guy's got a bit of leg damage, and yeah, it's fine. We just gotta remember to keep him back. Honestly, both the Centurions just need to stay back. So I was talking about this a little bit in another video. Apologies if this is repetitive to those of you who watch everything. Although, if you watch everything, criminy, how do you find the time? I don't even have the time to record it all. I saw Uncut Gems today. Probably, if you pay any attention to what is going on in the film criticism space, you've heard people talking about Uncut Gems, because it is a real critical darling, and also a lot of people are real mad about it not getting any Oscar nominations, which they should be, because some real garbage got nominated this year, and it's upsetting to see a film that is actually, very impressive not get any recognition. But holy crap, that movie is so tense. I was physically uncomfortable, and probably, some of you probably know, I have some issues with anxiety. So we got destroy the war criminal, destroy everybody, just destroy things. Hey SB, why don't you destroy some things? On it. We're going to take the crab down the road here. I'm going to have the griffin try to flank around to the side. I guess the crab and the centurions will go down the road. So we'll have an opportunity to get up on some high ground over here. But yeah, it's an unusual movie, I think, in the way that it's the way that it's paced. And okay, Darius, I know you already sent me the HUD objective that has the word ambush in it. I'm fully aware. I think it's a pretty unusual movie. It is. At one point, I realized I was short of breath. That's how anxious it was making me. It is just non-stop tension and intentional sensory overload, which is a trick that I think is getting a little bit more common for instilling a feeling of being overwhelmed in the audience. I was lucky enough to see Baby Driver in the theater, and boy oh boy is that the way to see that movie. But also, it does make it kind of physically painful to watch. Alright, so I don't know which force we're running up on here. That might be our war criminal. No, when we mouse over him, the destroy supporting compelling forces thing is I was going to say throbbing, and then I hesitated because I was like, do people want to hear me say that word? But too late, I've said it now. It's just one of those words I know people are weird about. Nobody likes a moist throb. Well, let's be honest, that's not true. I guess we're just going to move forward and get a sensor lock on this vehicle. I want to know what we're up against here.
Sensors locked on.
Okay, a PPC carrier. So something that needs direct line of sight to be a problem. I think our play here is push around this way. The Griffin is way out of position, it turns out. Can we jump further? We can jump further. Because what I'm doing right now with the Griffin is kind of interposing myself between the enemy forces. Not ideal.
Ready to rock. I'm rolling. I'm on it.
Suffer now the wrath of my 15 tiny missiles.
They've got a lock on me.
That might end up being real bad. And it depends on the content of these other vehicles. That guy's a striker, no big surprise there. Also a striker. Alright, well, we're going to be moving these Centurions to the back now that we understand which direction the back is in.
For orders.
And you just need to get up here, I guess.
Turbo.
But yeah, sensory overload is a huge a huge and important theme of Baby Driver, and a movie theater really lets that get driven home in a way it wouldn't be otherwise. I'm wondering if the right play here is maybe just reserve everybody down, because I don't think the enemies are going to be able to come and get to us, and then we can maybe use the crab to establish vision, and then, because of that, all the 2 Centurions can actually fire. I'm going to try it. And I'm going to hope that the ambushers pushing up over here will get a hold of the Capellan force soon enough. These don't sensor lock the same mech. Okay, or don't sensor lock anyone at all. That's also very good.
I hear ya.
Can the crab make it to a place of vision? Actually, remarkably, no. Can't believe I can't see any of them from there. Well, I could see him. Maybe that's our play. If I do that, though, I'm just going to get hammered by strikers. Well, you know what? The crab can handle it. Ooh, a Black Knight. Okay, so as you can see, this thing has a considerable amount of energy weaponry. It has cover and guarded, but not bulwark. Good to know. And it is going to be a serious danger to us, what with it being in a polar climb and thus able to use all of its weaponry whenever it wants. Alright, my plan here is we're going to precision strike this guy with the LRM-20. Push his initiative down to 1. Hopefully the crab will get to go before he does, because they'll have stuff acting before the crab on the previous turns, and we'll just try to break this thing off with the precision strike. So, how do I want to do this? I'd love to preserve at least 2 parts of it. There's 180 health in each leg. Yeah, coring is not even, like, super trivial. It's easier to hit the torso sections than the legs, but the legs, like, we could get some real work done if we can knock out a leg. Alright, decent grouping.
Skipper.
So Krekel's right side is safe, right? It's his left side that got busted up. He took a little bit of structural damage on the right, but yeah, this is fine.
Firing.
Alright, let's hope the initiatives work out the way I hope they will here, because otherwise we might be in some real trouble.
What are your orders, Skipper?
I mean, they have stuff moving on too. This'll work approximately the way I want it to, even if I reserve down. So I'm gonna do that. They have vision of the crab. He will get hit with all their LRMs. Oh, apparently there's something with a PPC way over there. That's not the Shrek, is it? No. The Shrek is, I think, that vehicle. Apparently those guys way over there have vision of us somehow? They shouldn't. Are they all Capellans? I thought the ambushers were ambushing the convoy, not me, but apparently... Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, reserve down. Their strikers get turns. I'm surprised that the, even so, even with it being Capellan vision, I'm surprised that that Centurion is visible.
Fire damage, Commander. Nothing to see here.
Okay, now we get to work. Now we do the big work.
You betcha.
Unfortunately, after we knock out his leg, provided that we do successfully knock out his leg, he is just going to immediately stand back up, but it's fine. I would have liked some downtime for us to work on the other leg.
Another hit like that and you're toast.
There's a non-zero chance we're going to be able to just run the crab around the other side and do the same thing again, now that we have all of our aiming points up. Jesus. Even with him having been knocked down and thus suffering the huge damage reduction, or the aim reduction of having been knocked down, still pretty serious damage. Okay,
Yup.
let's have you do the thing that you did last time. Sorry, not you. We want tire fire to do this. I want to unselect you. Tire fire. There we go. Now let's get further away from
Don't need to tell me twice.
the enemies over there, and yeah, we'll just...
Tell me what to do.
Indirect fire to the leg is always... Indirect fire aimed is always going to be a little bit less accurate in terms of picking out the correct body part than direct fire aimed, which is why we were seeing worse odds there, despite the fact that those pilots are roughly equal in targeting ability.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Can you get... No. Alright, well, there's not really much sense in shooting at the Black Knight with these weapons, so I guess we'll start working the Striker. Yeah, Black Knight is a very, very good mech. It's one of my favorites. I'm hopeful that we will be able to take it out with the leg shot, which will leave 2 pieces of salvage for us to take. Do we want to just run the Griffin in and try to grab his leg? Got 136 damage behind, only 20% damage reduction here. Honestly, the odds are not bad. And that'll leave the crab open to turn around and, wow, some real bad shooting there.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected. Damage minimal.
Good to go.
Do I want to just use the LRM-20 mech to knock him over then? Still got 41, so aiming for the legs is probably not worth doing. I wonder, maybe I step up to here, I hit him with the autocannon, hit that guy with the LRMs. Is it going to be enough? Autocannon does 10... No, 10 stability is not going to cut it. And if I step up to here, the LRM-20s don't really have that great of a shot. I want to have optimal missile range, but I also want to have a straight shot on the Striker, because we kind of have to kill that Striker. I'm a little worried about exposing the Centurion in this way so early in the turn, too. I think I'm just going to reserve down. Oh, Crab's taking a shot in the rear armor, I think, was lit up. I was figuring enemies were going to be hitting his right quadrant.
Affirmative.
Yeah, like that. Honestly, the rear armor on a crab is still, like, okay, 50s and 60s.
Commander?
Alright, let's get over here and not fire the UAC. I think we can do this without the UAC.
Roger that.
Yep, okay. Cool, so that's 2 pieces of Black Knight that we get to bring home.
What can I do for you?
They got something else moving on,
On my
moving
way.
on 1, which makes me slightly nervous.
You like that?
Confirmed.
Alright, so that should have broken sight. Gotta get our long-range mechs down into this forest real quick here. And as far as we know, the Black Knight pilot was the only one that had sensor lock. I think.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, let's see about providing some vision for the team. Apparently we cannot do it without standing in the open. Maybe I don't want to do it then? Yeah, maybe we just run into a safe spot. Or he tried to get down to the road. I don't know if that's actually a safer approach. Yeah, let's go around that way.
Got it.
We'll just get a sensor lock to deal with the vehicles. So that's a vehicle that's moving on 1.
I hear ya.
Shreks move on 2, right? Don't think that's our Shrek. Let's get verification.
I've got a sensor lock.
Okay, no, I was just misremembering. They totally do move on 1.
Skipper? Copy. Copy that, Commander.
Alright, we're starting to get through that, that side armor a little bit. Let's see, we can jump in, hit him with the snub, and hit this guy with everything else. Oh no, that's right. Returned doesn't have multi-shot, or multi-target. I'm gonna do this. We'll just pounce on the striker.
Enemy unit destroyed.
I will definitely need to dump heat after that pair of jumps. Even in a polar climate.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Okay, so we have some
Waiting for orders.
pretty basic mechs, it looks like, encroaching. I think we can probably go back up on the hill.
Uh-huh.
Have ourselves a better shot. I don't think there's going to be any more useful shooting getting done this turn. Yeah, nobody's even in sensor range. It's just going to be a bunch of people awkwardly toddling toward each other. Let's keep you just below the crest of the hill.
I got you.
Good to go.
So it looks like a pretty standard lance. Bunch of guys of approximately the same weight class. We'll just let him approach.
Standing by.
Oh, apparently he has vision. And he can hit through an awful lot of evasion. He does have a height advantage, which helps. Wait, what are we looking at here? Just the bad kind of griffin? Okay, and whatever's over there has breaching shot. That's good information.
Commander?
And you get into... yeah, okay. We can get into some fire range here. We
Moving
want to be
position.
in his front arc because the weapon, the spot that we want to hit is top right, right? Yeah. He has no defenses at all. I'm going to go ahead and go for the aimed shot. Oh, actually we're in UAC 20 range? I didn't realize. Oh, well yeah, then absolutely give him everything.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
One of the UAC shots missed. Alright, well,
That's a
he
critical
got all his
hit.
weapons off. Unfortunately, he's still functional as a spotter. And I definitely am not going to want to fire everything at him here. Well, you know what? Actually, we can totally afford to fire everything at him. Do I want to precision strike? We could try to just finish him off. Now, you know what? I'm going to do this. We're going to save the resolve. Yeah, I was going to say, we do so much damage with those two mechs that there's a chance we will just tear them to pieces. But even if we don't, that would have been an easy knockdown, and then we have as much aim as we want. I don't necessarily need to move very much. I'm just going to stay put in sensor lock. Let's see. I guess it doesn't really matter which one.
Got a lock.
Okay, that's a 1S. Not a big deal. We get... there we go. That's the kind of shot I want. 20% damage reduction isn't so bad, and his laser is on his right arm. Yeah, all of his weapons. Always on the right arm. Okay, well, we just barely got in. I guess that'll do. I might need to be a little more careful with the Griffin. It is taking an awful pounding.
Damage minimal.
Right, I can't see his stuff. Do we want to sensor lock him again?
What are your orders, Skipper?
Would I move forward in a way that just gives me vision? No, apparently not. I really want Tirefire's mech to be able to actually shoot at him here, but I guess we'll take this.
I've got a sensor lock.
Ready to rock.
See if Crackle can Hit this. Yep, still 95% with the UAC. Turns out you stack enough accuracy bonuses, you can get through anything.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Alright, so now they're on 2 mechs that don't have any guns at all, which feels like it should maybe be a point where they are considering a surrender. Hey, what do you know? The autocannon's on the right arm. I'm going to reserve. Hold on. Let's let the crab do the next big shot. Okay, breaching shot still not a concern, but next turn I think it is, because next turn he's going to be able to fire direct fire weapons if he wants. I want to go as far forward as I can while still having a shot here. And yeah, this is definitely... Even if we could fire the UAC, I definitely wouldn't this turn. I guess the easiest thing will just be to take the arm off since he stored the ammo there this time.
Here we go.
Okay, you don't have a tremendous amount of health. Do have kind of a lot of evasion, though. I think I still do this. Maybe give the PPC a rest. Okay, that's fairly serious. I mean, that is certainly a thing this mech can still do. He has made the perhaps unfortunate mistake of giving me access to his rear armor, though, which I think I'm going to use to core him. I think I should be okay on heat here. Honestly, though, if I wanna make this work, I probably do have to precision strike just for the hit chance. I was hoping to not have to do it.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Waiting for orders.
It's a gutsy play, running into melee. Not always a good idea, actually.
Confirmed.
I need to get a little bit closer. Yeah, that helps. Maybe let the UAC take a break here. I was really hoping to touch off the ammo. I jump. Yeah, we need to jump in and actually get inside weapon range.
Got it.
Okay, better.
Here we go.
Weird how we managed to strip the armor off of the other arm. Oh, it's a grasshopper. Also a very good mech.
Took a heavy hit there.
I use the grasshopper and the black knight in actually very similar ways, usually. I mean, well, we got a... Ooh, look at that. His armor's not in good shape. I mean, I hate to sound like a broken record, but we should try to shred the leg, right? I guess I don't really have a lot of options here. I'm just going to fire into the side, and what happens, happens.
Affirmative.
Primary target damage, Commander.
Critical hit, Commander.
Would have been nice for both shots of the UAC to connect, but still, it's not terrible overall.
Our target is bugging out. Stop it before it gets away.
I don't think he's going to be successful at bugging out. It feels to me like that's not going to work out for him. I mean, do we just want to core him? Probably at this point, I just want to core him. I didn't really need to spend the resolve there, probably.
Destroyed.
Seems like their luck has turned on them a little bit.
Good to go.
So is his other weapon system is left torso? We're not too far from being able to disarm him on both sides.
Got it.
But honestly, I might just be going for the knockdown here.
Skipper.
Between the two of you, we generate this much, and then on the crab's turn, it can kill him or knock him over or something. Basically, a sure victory.
Something good? My LRMs are out.
Okay, we do still need to deal with the weapon systems on that guy over there.
Waiting for orders. Got it.
It's a blackjack? Oh no, a Jaeger mech. Wow, this is a mission that is just full of good mechs. We'll just turn off the UAC this turn.
Critical
Okay,
hit.
well that guy is a hell of a lot less dangerous than he used to be. Do I want to pull the Griffin out of the enemy line of sight to avoid getting ripped up by the autocannons? Or do I want to just jump in, coolant vent, and dump ammo into his center torso in hopes of an ammo explosion? I mean, you know me. You know how we do things around here. I have been told
I hear ya.
that a trait that people like about me a lot is my consistency. It's a thing friends have said to me on more than one occasion. Alright, this should be the end of this. Couldn't quite get there.
Yup.
Really couldn't quite get there.
I got you.
Okay, yeah, honestly,
Bye-bye.
every time he does that. Honestly, we are in like praying for additional mech parts to show up in the random salvage here. Like this is a nice situation to be in. We are flush with good loot.
Good to go.
All right, Cruz, maybe you could wrap this up for us real
On
quick.
my way.
I'm gonna have to coolant vent the crab for the first time this mission. Honestly,
Firing everything I've got.
all the extra heat sinks make a really big difference.
Critical hit, Commander.
Oh my god, the crab failed to get the kill. We paid 0 price for it. So I just hit F to attack, because that's what it is in Phoenix Point. Or to dial into the attack view.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright. That was not really all that hard. We took a pounding. There was a lot of damage on the crab, but nothing pierced armor. This is just like 100% success. It almost doesn't get any better. 1500 XP for each pilot. We gotta take the 2 Black Knight pieces, I think. We already have a grasshopper, so we'll be fingers crossed on pulling that. We have what, like, yeah, we have 7 more pieces of loot from this pool. It's probably going to be mostly medium lasers. Just to, oh, heat sinks. There's so many heat sinks. Okay, we got the grasshopper. I am ecstatic. I'm overjoyed about that outcome. Ah, man. Fantastic. Do we want to try the Force Skull? I took a long drink of my water there for suspense. Yeah, we did. Let's do it. We are going to want to be a little bit cautious here. It is not a polar biome, so there are going to be additional difficulties. We should be ready to bail. It is okay to bail on a mission. The Capellan Confederation is tracking an extremely heavy mech with Davion heraldry. Its provocation is almost certainly bait for a trap. Go in there. Spring that trap, would you? We can probably do this. I want to take 2 pieces of priority salvage for the same reason here. And I think it's just the same everybody. Oh, hold on, actually. We pulled enough XP off of that mission. That's not the button I wanted. But we should check and see if anybody's skills can be upgraded.
Confirmed.
So Crackle could buy piloting. I think I'd rather level up his guts a little bit more.
What can I do for you?
Cruz can also only buy piloting, and yeah, it doesn't really do anything to do so. Returned. Returned could get the point of piloting that gives you way more sprint movement. I'm into that. And then Tire Fire, same deal. Could only get low levels of piloting that don't really do very much. Okay, now let's do it. So, if we withdraw from the mission before destroying even a single enemy mech, there are significant reputation consequences. We are considered to be withdrawing in bad faith, like we took the mission without ever having any intent to do it. So, if we get to the point where we're deciding it is time to bail, it is worthwhile to try to get one kill. I think you also don't get any loot if you withdraw in bad faith, whereas if you take down at least one enemy, you get something. I don't know exactly how it works, like what percentage of the pay you receive, but I sure do want something rather than nothing.
Command interface initiated.
I'm very interested to see what extremely heavy is going to mean relative to a 4-skull mission. Alright, let's go intentionally walk into a trap.
What a hole.
Look at that. Look at that sprint speed.
I read you, Commander. Moving
He's
out.
so much faster than he needs to be.
10-4.
So we have a natural bit of cover over here where we can, like, fire at stuff and then bounce back behind. We have some ridges to stand on. There's cover up there. I'm gonna stay low and fast here. That is a Victor. AC-20 double medium laser, so it's really not much but an AC-20, but it does have one. Interesting. Not expecting to be told that I had line of sight there. Guys up into high grounding positions. Man, I can't wait till we get some high ground mechs that aren't just these Centurions. So, do we want to try to bait him into doing something to get his bulwark off? It's so dangerous to get shot at by a mech that has an AC-20, though. Is it in the right arm? Of course it is. 185 structure. Or 185 total health. 3 AC-20 ammo bins. Alright. I mean, that's what we gotta do. That's the only real play, but it doesn't feel good. Oh, you can't. The one jump jet can't make the vertical distance happen. That's a shame. Alright, so you're gonna have to go around the long way.
I got you.
Yeah, I should have sprinted. That was dumb, because I'm not gonna fire the LRMs at that thing.
I'm picking up a
That
new sensor
15?
trace. Looks like
I think it was
enemy
more than 10.
Good to go. No sweat.
Alright, let's put it right here, and just the LRM 20, right?
Here we go.
Take advantage of our breaching shot. Okay, decent. So it looks like they have 1, maybe 2 things that operate on 4. How much am I willing to leave the Griffin out in front of him at 7 points of evasion? We can go down to 5 with cover. Thing is, it would be so nice if we could get him to shoot his weapons, right? Terrifying, though. I would love it if I could get 7 points of evasion and cover. I can get 6. Terrifying, but puts our left arm toward him, which is empty. Could absorb some fire. I'm gonna do it.
Full throttle.
I'm gonna give him a reason to fire his weapons.
Warning. Enemy
Sensor lock bad.
detected.
Oh boy. Wasn't expecting to lose 3 points of evasion there.
Waiting for orders.
Crab doesn't have any play but to run forward. We knew that was going to be the case. And of course, it missed the arm entirely.
Armor breached. Internal damage.
Alright, I want him to move, but I'm very leery of... Alright, why don't we do it like this? Try to turn my damage side away as much as possible.
Engaging jump jets.
But now we've got him with no damage reduction, right? So we just give it to him. Try to pierce. That is totally pierceable. Okay. 1. He got 1.
Critical damage detected.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And then I kind of think we want to reserve these 2 down until the rest of the lance shows up. They're in no danger up here. I don't think anything has actual vision of them. Or sorry, this one. See, you are not even kind of visible. Yeah. Not too happy about it. We need them to come forward. Tons of damage to the open area.
Armor breached. Internal damage.
Boy, I wish all of my projectiles automatically
Armor
sought
What can I
areas
do
that are
for you?
open instead of trying their best to avoid them, which is what it seems like happens. Okay, can't actually shoot with any weapons from here. So do I want to just sprint in? No, probably not. So I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm more interested in pulling parts from that grasshopper than I am in pulling parts from the Victor. So I think I am just going to try to core this guy.
Uh-huh.
Aw. It's hard missed one of the shots. Okay, at least you are firing into the correct arc.
Waiting on you, Commander.
So... Catapult's gotta go. I'm assuming it's an LRM on each side. Yeah, with plenty of ammo bins, so we can't just clear one of them. Well, I think that's it.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Yup.
I think the catapult is tremendously dangerous. Needs to be dealt with.
Let's see what you got.
Wow. Random laser headshot. Oh, did we get unsteady? No, not barely. Or just barely didn't, rather. So we cannot knock him over. Stop. Too many missiles. Alright, the Griffin is withdrawing for a turn.
Armor breached. Internal damage.
Yeah, wow, they've really focused their fire way better than they should have been able to. I gotta get out of here. So that's my left side.
Engaging jump jets.
Okay, so we'll get out of sight. We'll brace. Probably we'll just brace next turn and lose. Oh, no, I get to brace after that, right? Because it's not a. You can jump and then do stuff, even if the jump is sprint distance.
Good to go.
So, question is, do I shoot for the head again? A single missile to the head doesn't do the job. I should point out, you can only get one headshot per weapon. So even if the LRM-20 does roll a headshot, we will hit him for 4 damage in the head. But it gives us like almost a 1 in 5 chance of the AC-5 just knocking him clean out of the fight when he's still got a ton of armor left. We could probably just go through the left torso. I'm gonna go for it.
Got it.
We did hit him with one of the
When I
missiles.
shoot you, you'll take it and like it.
What are your orders, Skipper?
My orders are to get to a better shooting position. Actually, can I get to a direct fire position where I'm shooting into his appropriate quadrant? No, it's all front shots. Alright, well, that's fine.
Acknowledge.
This should be a knockdown, right? Yeah, okay, that's gonna make things a little bit easier for us. We actually might kill the pilot. Because he took two hits to the head already, right?
Critical hit.
So this will be 3 damage. And then if we just shear off that that side torso section, that might be lethal damage right there.
Waiting for orders.
It's not really how I want to use my crab. Oh, I do have multi-target. But it has 23 health. If I had, if it had 20 or fewer, I would say, like, just fire the LB-20, exit this, and start shooting other things with the other weapons.
Moving out.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I guess we're just going to try to finish this guy off. So I'm going to aim right here. We're going to give him not this, but everything else, I think. Okay, yep. 4 points of pilot damage.
Should have run when you had the chance.
So return can participate from a fair distance with just the snub PPC. I can do that just to soften this guy's sensors up. If I use Precision Strike, we'll drop down below the inspiration threshold, but it will also knock him down to 1 initiative, which means that he gets crabbed pretty good, and I think that that's worth doing. So we'll go for his right leg, because I think the crab can get into his right firing arc here. Okay, I hit both of the legs a little bit. Again, I would love it if we could keep 2 pieces of salvage there. Jesus. Yeah, the Victor's close enough to be able to provide vision.
I hear ya.
Okay, you need to get distance. Okay, my right arm's looking pretty strong. Left arm's looking pretty weak.
Location confirmed.
And we do have Bulwark. Do I want a precision for the leg? We could get very close to getting there.
10-4.
Okay, we actually managed to hit it with everything.
Critical hit.
I dared not hope to be so lucky. So that means the crab can just roll in and take the other leg while he's still down, and that'll preserve 2 pieces. Ow.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
What can I do for ya?
220, huh? Pretty non-ideal. I'm wondering about the grasshopper now. Wondering if we're better off just taking the rifleman. Grasshopper has 160 health. So we can't get anywhere close with these. Alright, I think I am, in fact, going to shoot at the rifleman with you. We'll stick to the plan with the crab. It'll eliminate the grasshopper that way.
Special delivery.
Oh, right, but I was not. Yeah. The way the turn order worked out. was bad there. Alright, well, if the grasshopper's not knocked down, I think the crab
A real
maybe
opponent.
goes for the rifleman instead then.
Waiting for orders.
Wait, can you really not move forward here? That's annoying. Yeah, because screw this guy.
Got it.
Okay, that was something.
And there's more
That
where
helped.
came from.
He has 60 center torso out through me. I was kind of expecting the Victor to walk forward and try to punch me.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I guess he probably feels pretty safe where he is because he's standing in the mineral field. You know how the AI loves those mineral field type effects. Yeah. Let's do this. Keep my left arm forward. I might have lost line of sight though. I might be outside of their vision. Okay. Do I want to precision strike? If we get a kill here, it'll put us back at 35%, which means we will be able to do another one. Also, I do just want him to die. You know what? We don't need to do that, though, because I'm going to knock him down with this hit. So even if I don't kill him, the other Centurion could clean him up for free.
Target down.
You know, the armor on a king crab is not infinite. We do need to make that stop happening. How do I want to do that? How bad is it getting? 91 on that, 102. Okay, he's fine for a little while longer, I think. Could just try to hammer center out of that guy with a precision strike, and we know we have enough resolve to be able to also precision strike the grasshopper's leg with the.
Good to go.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I just go for this and hope to get lucky. Not a great start. Yeah, very little center damage. Well, I'm not gonna commit the grasshopper yet. Let's let their guy do his thing, or commit the griffin yet. Let's let their grasshopper do his thing, then I'll move up. Solid moonwalk. Give it a 5 out of 10. And I guess if I'm waiting, it would be good to try to stop it from damaging the crab. Okay. 5 points of evasion. Keep the injured. Wait, no, my right side is the bad side. No, left side's, but yeah, keep the injured left side way out of most people's firing arcs. And just dump a ton of damage into this dude. Come on. Oh no, I didn't get there. Could be real bad. He is fleeing. Okay.
Commander?
I think that's a reasonable play in his situation. Yeah, I'm gonna, at the risk of maybe taking an awful lot of damage, I'm gonna do this thing, because I don't want to screw up my shot by standing in the mineral field.
Coordinates received.
I want every possible chance of getting this right. Boy, I wonder if Coolant Vent is even going to be enough. No, it is not. Alright. The UAC could do it.
Roger that.
Did not quite. Very close, though, I think. 20 health. Yeah. Ooh, that's penetration. That's dangerous.
That hit
It's an
hard.
exposed ammo bin. How much ammo do you have left? I can't see from that view. Am I allowed to select you right now? Yeah, okay. See, there is still stuff in the bin. Ammo bins that are empty do not explode when crit, for reasons that are probably pretty
I hear ya.
obvious. Okay, let's move over into the side arc.
Don't
We
need to tell me twice.
need to land this.
Tell me what to do.
Ah, that's bad. That's a bad start. Yep, almost none of the missiles went where they were aimed. Left him at 8. And we do not have the precision to try again. Or the resolve, rather, to try again.
Confirm.
The Jaeger mech does have to die, and it has to die fairly soon. It's doing a lot of damage. Is he keeping all of the ammo on one side? He is, but it's the left side. I guess the LRM ammo's split up. So we want to be shooting at him from the front arc. Oof, I'm outside of weapons range. Yeah, that's pretty rough, man. Maybe I just give this guy everything? Gotta be super careful, though. So Crab's gonna have to endure fire from one of these two. And then he can kill the other one. Or he can kill the one that... yeah, the other one. We just go for this and hope to hit the Crab's leg? It's a lot of hope. Oh, I can probably kill the Victor. Yeah, this is... Sorry, do want a direct fire shot, though. Where is it? Jeez, I have to go that far forward? I don't love it. Alright, my mech's right torso is damaged. Show left as much as possible here. And yeah, we absolutely just go dead center. Turn off the UAC. Turn off the large laser. We need three LRM hits or the medium laser to hit center. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm afraid we probably still are visible to that Black Knight or that Grasshopper. Yeah, shit. I am not comfortable showing my my left side here. I need to be in his right arc. It's like all of the spaces from which I can shoot at him are either not able to hit the right arc or are not in cover. There's no space that does all the things I need it to do. I'd really love to not let him have his turn. It goes on 3, huh? It's just very, very rough. Oh, that doesn't give me the arc I need. Well, okay. Here's the thing I could do. I could move out and just precision strike the Jaeger mech down to 2. Accept that the Grasshopper is going to shoot me. Maybe give myself this much cover. Yeah. And then the Jaeger mech doesn't get to move until after the Griffin's next play. Of course I don't have precision strike. What am I thinking? If I had precision strike, I could just kill the Grasshopper. Well, I'm gonna mess with your sensors then. Okay, bunch of damage to the blow-through area.
Reporting structural damage.
I suspect we are not going to be able to get the crab the shot we want. Yep. Right, we're going to do this instead.
Moving to position.
Boy, this is crummy. Too much damn heat.
Firing on target.
I was hoping that was going to be a little bit more. Well, I mean, we've weakened his center armor quite a bit. Ah, some of that hit the...
Like that.
Some of that hit the torso section that was facing away from him. That's kind of incredible. You can close this. Yes. Hold on.
Waiting on you, Commander.
We might be able to do it without him, though. And it would be better to shoot the Jaeger mech, obviously. We have 63 resolve.
Coordinates received.
It's totally reasonable for us to precision strike the leg.
Time
Very
to
likely we
die.
will get it. Okay. That's 2 pieces of that mech preserved. That means that we can now precision strike this other dude, and then we get a whole bunch of turns in a row to finish the job. We just go center. There's no messing around on this one.
Orders.
Alright, so now we get 5 consecutive turns, and if we can't make this happen, then we don't deserve it.
Copy that.
Couldn't do much more than this anyway, because of the heat, so it wasn't really worth moving forward, I don't think.
Waiting for orders. Got it.
There we go. That one got a little harrowing, huh?
Mission successful.
We're going to get to take home 2 pieces of a grasshopper that we already have 2 pieces of, though, which means we are really, really close to building ourselves not just another Big Mac, but another really, really good Big Mac. Oof, that's a lot of expensive damage. We also accidentally, without really trying very hard, put 3 pieces of the catapult into the pool, so maybe we get lucky and pull some of that. I honestly don't think the Victor is all that great. I definitely think it's worse than the Grasshopper is. Okay, they gave me a pretty good AC2. Yeah, that's fine. We were not going to get that lucky twice in a row. That's fine. I'm overjoyed to have been that lucky once in a row. I guess if it's once, it's not really in a row. Alright, now it is time to repair our mechs and get the hell off this planet. I was a little worried we were going to start losing valuable components at the end there. You're seeing blow-throughs in areas that have things that are fairly irreplaceable. Right, obviously I'm going to have to go through the work queue and rearrange all this stuff. Fortunately, it looks like most of the damage is pretty superficial. Yeah, like 1s and 2s. Alright, let's talk about contracts in nearby areas. So, we have work trying to take us out to Krakatoa. Where is Krakatoa? Is that the right place? Is that where we want to be? Krakatoa is over here. No, wait. That is... There we go. Krakatoa is over here. It is a 3.5 skull world. Honestly, it's not bad. It's in the direction of a couple of black markets. We probably want to do a world before we do any more black markets. It's also in the direction of this flashpoint that I'm feeling like we maybe could get away with. I think we can handle a 4-star, perhaps. Especially if we were able to complete another mech before we got there. Yeah, I think that's a pretty reasonable destination. So obviously, before we go anywhere though, gotta visit the store. Alright, do we want to pull... What do we want to pull? We take both pieces of the catapult. We're not that far off of having one then. Even if I had remembered that there were 2 pieces of the catapult in the store, I think I still take the grasshopper on the last mission. I love that mech so very much. Was there anything else here that I really wanted? +1 damage LRM-20s. Again, it's +1 damage per missile, so this is actually +20 damage. That's a pretty decent piece of gear. I'm definitely going to buy that. Especially for that price.
Available.
And then I think it is probably... I kind of want to buy that Raven piece. I don't know, that's probably not a good use of our money. So do we want to buy 2 catapult parts? And maybe also a Cyclops part. I think I do want to take these.
New equipment available.
Catapult is a perfectly fine mech. The AI is not using them very well. And then 1 million. Yeah, I think it's worth building toward this.
New equipment available.
I feel good about that amount of money. Okay, I think this is probably where we can call it. I'm going to rearrange the mechs a little bit in the queue before we actually leave the planet. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. It got a little harrowing, but you know, it's nice for it to be scary for a change. Come back next time tomorrow when hopefully things are going to be just a tiny little bit easier. Just a little. And we'll see you then.